everyone. Thank you so much for returning to the channel, and today we are going to do a very simple painting, flowers, and I'll be using my favorite colors, Payne's Gray and a mix of burnt sienna and a little bit of red and yellow. I've got my colors here and some water, my brushes, and a piece of cloth that I'll use for wiping and drying. So there's no specific pattern that we're going to be using here. It's going to be very random, but I just love the combination of these colors. So let's get started with this. And we'll move a little quickly here in this particular case. I really want to make sure that we are working fast. So I've got my diluted Payne's Gray here, and we'll start off by making some flower shapes, and they're not in any particular kind of a flowery pattern as such. So let's just do this. And what we'll do is we'll make quite a few of these flowers, and then we'll do something which is known as charging. It's not really charging per se, but we'll probably adopt that technique here. So once we've got our basic flower shapes that we want, what we'll do is, before it dries completely, we will add a little bit of this burnt sienna right at the tip here, so that it can just spread. Can you see how it's spreading so beautifully? It's just running through the paint, and I'm just going to spread it a little bit more. And this is the effect that we need right now in this particular case. So this is a method called charging, where you're adding, it's a wet on wet technique, of course, and you're adding a little bit of paint to the first layer when it's still wet. Just look at how beautiful these color combinations are. And we're going to keep doing this till we fill up the page with as many flowers as we want. So let me come back once I've done this particular bit. And you can see that I've just painted some of these flowers very randomly. But one thing that we can do here to make it even more striking is add a little bit of a little thicker Payne's Gray right at this point where it's still wet. So if you see, it's going to look absolutely stunning once, provided of course the paper is not completely dry. If it's dry, then you will not get this effect, but you can still try it. And thankfully these flowers are not dry as yet, so you can see how beautifully they're kind of spreading. Look at this one. And of course you can make the colors more intense if you so choose to. And while we are doing this, while this dries, we'll make some of the leaves here very quickly. And I'm just using a regular highlighter pen, because this is not for sale or anything. So we're just going to draw some stems, and then we'll do the flowers. And in such cases, how I like to do the stems is just draw them in very quick strides, something like this. And maybe do a little bit of a crisscross here and there. So once you've done this, we can make some leaves here now, and we'll use the same diluted Payne's Gray that we've been using, and I really don't do any particular shapes of leaves like a lot of artists do. I just make them how I want. So here it is. And again, a quick thing on watercolors is if you have a lot of it in a puddle, always lift it off and use it somewhere else. This, and add a couple of more here, maybe one here. Now while this dries out, I will also be adding some more details to it. So let's just wait for this to completely finish and then we'll start making the details. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to make sure these leaves are connected to the stem, otherwise it'll be floating in the air, and I will come back after that. Here we are. This is completely dry now, and just to add more details here, I'm just going to use the same pen again, my marker, and what I like to do is make sure that, you know, again, not giving it any particular shape as such, it'll be a little random, but this is one technique I absolutely love. So it's just going over the petals like this. It looks absolutely fabulous. And I've already done something like this on my Instagram page, so if you want to see that, you're always welcome to check it out. It's by the same name that my channel is, About Paint Art, and of course you can find the link to it on my YouTube channel bio. And this has its own beauty, I feel. Even though it's like raw, it doesn't have any particular delicacy as such, but it's, I think there is some kind of delicacy in this in itself. So yeah, and I'm just doing the same thing with the leaves, making it a little hard, not very soft. And yes, I absolutely love this color combination. If anybody's seen the swatch video I did for the whole wine colors, I introduced my favorite color there, which is Payne's Gray, so you would already know that. And just adding a few strokes here so that it looks even better. And you can choose to do this, of course, if you wish. You can leave it as it is. And really, you can do this with any colors that you want, or you know, your favorite set of colors. The bleeding charging would look absolutely stunning once it's over and it's dried out, and I'm a big fan of this process. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon in my next video. Thank you for joining.